All right.
Wait.
What?
Wait. Wait. Wait.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the YouTube exclusive for this week.
Two's Company, Three's a Podcast. My name is Dylan.
Mitchell. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this week's YouTube exclusive, if you're keeping up to date with them and been watching along with us as we produce these.
YouTube only.
Yes. 2 weeks ago, I touched on 5 of my favourite sitcoms. There'll be a sequel to that coming. And Dylan last week touched on 5 of his favourite games.
Absolutely.
There'll be more to that in the future as well. But this week, I thought I'd touch on 5 of my favourite Christmas sitcom episodes because,
it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
That's right. And by the time you're watching this, if you've got time before Sunday the 22nd of December, enter the Facebook page, pin to the top of the page, all the instructions there, get on it.
Absolutely.
But let's get into it.
Let's rip in. This is Mitch's 5 favourite sitcom Christmas episodes.
That's right, 5 of. I mean, there's others.
Yeah.
There's others. But yeah, ripping straight into it, we're going to get into one of the, if not the biggest sitcom ever, they weren't known for doing Christmas specials.
Yep.
And they never really did. But there is enough connotation in this one to make it a Christmas special. Yep. Now, I'm talking about Seinfeld, season 9, episode 10, The Strike. Now, like I said, they never really did a Christmas special, but this is as close as they actually got.
Yep.
Because this is Festivus.
Oh, Festivus.
Everybody knows Festivus. And while everyone relates that to Christmas and Seinfeld, it's not actually a Christmas episode.
No, it's not.
As in, it's set around Christmas, but there isn't a focal point on Christmas.
Yeah.
It's just purely about Frank Costanza and the tradition of Festivus.
Yeah.
With the large metal pole and the airing of grievances and things of that nature. But this is as close as you can get to a Christmas Seinfeld episode, and it's amazing because of that Festivus gimmick. And But little bit of a fun fact is Festivus is actually a real thing.
Yep. Because
that Dan O'Keefe was the writer, and his father invented it, including the airing of grievances. So there's a fun little fact for you. But so that's as close as Seinfeld will ever get to a Christmas episode. Basically, they touch on it in a few episodes throughout the seasons, but there's never a focal point of Christmas.
Yeah.
And this one has all the subplots as well. And Kramer, it's called The Strike because he's apparently been on strike for, I think 10, 15 years.
A bagel strike?
Yes, exactly. That's right. So, this is as close as Seinfeld will get to a Christmas episode, and it is a good watch at this time of year.
Yeah, I think I remember this episode because I have seen quite a lot of Seinfeld. I know I say that I don't really watch a lot of TV shows, but I have seen a few classic, sitcoms like Friends and Seinfeld and all those ones from the 90s are a lot of fun. And I do distinctly remember Festivus being Seinfeld's version of Christmas, essentially.
Pretty much.
It was never really hammered home like anything in the TV show.
There's been
that was funny.
There's been work Christmas parties and things of that nature in the past, but there's never been a focal point of Christmas. And of course, Elaine's nip slip in her Christmas card episode, but again, that wasn't a focal point of the whole episode. And Kramer became Santa at one point and joined communism. So, many a thing. But that's as close as, and probably my favourite that they touched on Christmas.
Yeah.
Now, moving along to my next one, we have a sitcom that I mentioned in the previous video. Links below.
Yep.
Third Rock from the Sun, Season 2, Episode 12, Jolly Old Saint Dick.
Jolly Old Saint
Yes.
Dick. Okay.
Did you know that every episode of Third Rock from the Sun has Dick in the title?
Does it?
Yeah, because his name's Dick, and
That's
they'd always make a...
That's another classic thing about those TV shows where Friends was, all of their episodes were called The One With.
Yes, and Scrubs was My.
Yeah, they're classics.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
that
I like that continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, Jolly Old Saint Dick, it's the first time that they experienced Christmas, and as I described in the sitcoms list that I had before, they're essentially newborns in adult bodies. They're learning all of this for the first time. So they're all hyped for Christmas, trying to understand the tradition. And Dick goes and tries to cut a Christmas tree out of somebody's backyard. And the police arrest him. And then he just goes on a whim that it's a sham. It's a sham. There's all of that. And Harry gets a job as Santa's elf at the Santa photo place and that. And then when Santa goes out the back and he goes to talk to him, he's got his beard off and he's... He freaks out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because he thought he was working for the Santa. So if you're looking for a silly, goofy Christmas special, this is the one for you. So Third Rock from the Sun, Jolly Old Saint Dick, Season 2, Episode 12.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's a classic. Moving along, we have in the third position this week, Scrubs Season 1, Episode 11, My Own Personal Jesus.
Okay.
Yes. Now, this one was this one I feel like has been forgotten about because it was so early in Scrubs' run, but it's truly like one of those moments where you realize Scrubs, as goofy and silly as it is, it can really get you in the feels.
Yeah.
This one, you've got Turk. He's the only one who's excited for Christmas because they're all working Christmas in the hospital, and he loses his faith because things just are not working out his way and that.
Yeah.
And then JD's got a comatose patient. He just breaks the news to the family that the old mate's like unconscious and he's not going to wake up. Next minute he does. Turk takes that as like a sign that, yes,
the Christmas miracle?
miracles.
Yeah.
Yes, that can happen. And that reinvigorates his faith in that. And then you've got Elliot, who's like through Dr. Kelso getting mad at her and things of that nature. She gets worn down, yells at a heavily pregnant patient who gets kicked out of the hospital, and then Turk finds her and they deliver the Christmas baby, and it's like a baby Jesus kind of thing. And
that's one magical thing about almost every Scrubs episode is that, yes, it's comedy at heart, but at the end of the episode, throughout the episode, there's usually a relatively emotional weight bearing in terms of the story, but then there's always a lesson to be learned, a heartwarming moment towards the end.
Yeah.
You know, and the good dialogue as to like, you know, here's what we've learned in this particular situation surrounding the funnies and the heavies. But that episode in particular, I think I've seen it from memory, is that, it does hit home like a lot of true feelings about people working in hospitals, you know, on Christmas. And, you know, I've been into hospitals at Christmas time, and it is a fairly dreary place because especially the people who are maybe either old and senile with dementia or people with cancer, or if they're in comas, you know, nobody is happy to be there.
That's right, exactly.
You know.
And especially that time of the year as well. So this one really, like Scrubs is one of those great shows that drills home like real emotions along with the stupid comedy in that.
Yeah.
And also it's worth watching just to see Dr. Cox dressed as the Grinch in one of JD's head cutaways, you know, like one of the best parts of that show. So yes, Scrubs Season 1, Episode 11, My Own Personal Jesus. Fantastic Christmas special.
Absolutely.
Moving along.
We
have The Office. Now, everybody knows that I love The Office.
Which one?
Season 3, episode... Wait. Oh, US version.
Right.
Sorry, Ricky. Season 3, episode 10, A Benihana Christmas. Now, The Office was one of those great sitcoms that ran it over Christmas every year.
Yeah.
So they've got plenty of Christmas specials. But this one is the one that takes the cake for me. This is the 2-part episode. And, oh man, A Benihana Christmas... It's just amazing in the fact that Michael, he's trying to throw a classy party. No, wait. Is that another one? Am I getting confused?
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Page breaking. Anyway, talk about the one you're thinking about.
No, sorry. He's just had a breakup and they take him to Benihana for the Christmas party and that. And then you've got Pam and Karen join forces to make a party planning committee that's against the actual party planning committee.
Right.
So they've got like their drunken party, and then you've got Angela and what's her name? Why am I forgetting? Meredith. No, not Meredith.
I can't help you.
I know, exactly. But they've got their boring party in that, and then they've got their drunken party with the Anyway, so they're competing, so that's your little sub-story. But then you've got Michael going to Benihana with Andy and all the guys, and then he picks up a couple of Asian waitresses from the restaurant and stuff. And no, it's just an amazing Christmas special. It's cliche Office all aboard, but it's just full of the Christmas stuff. Like I said, where Seinfeld never really focused on it, The Office always focused on Christmas.
Yeah.
So no, that's a classic one, and it's got the great Michael line, "She ain't your hoe no mo."
Okay.
And so anyway, Benihana Christmas, Season 3, Episode 10. Yeah, if you're an Office fan, you already know. Anyway, moving on to my last one. Now, this one is a 3-parter.
Okay, big ticket item.
Yes, because that show that Toby recommended multiple times, Community.
Production assistant, yeah.
Yes, exactly. A one-time production assistant. Yes, Community. Season 1, Episode 12, Comparative Religion. Season 2, Episode 11, Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas. And Season 3, Episode 10, Regional Holiday Music. Now, Community fucking nailed every aspect of the sitcom Christmas episode with 3 uniquely different episodes, all with the same humor that made the show famous whilst also showing real heart and spirit.
Yep.
Now, in the first one, it's just a very basic line. Seriously, the quotes out of these episodes I still say today.
Yep.
The first one, you've got the Dean being Mr. Winter, non-denominational, to make sure he doesn't offend anybody. Okay. Merry, happy. And Jeff gets into a fight. Well, he's got the school bully up against him, like picking on him and stuff because he stole all the Winter Doodles. No,
the Winter Doodles.
Arbad stole all the Winter Doodles, the biscuits. Yes, exactly. Okay. And so Jeff stands up for him and they organize to fight.
Yep.
And it's a comparative religion because Shirley's like, oh, no, it's the season of, baby Jesus, so you can't be doing that. And yeah, it's got some fantastic lines like Troy trying to teach Jeff how to fight. Oh, just act like you've got pennies in your mouth. Pennies in your mouth. Just be Forrest Whitaker. It's great. Yeah. And then
I haven't seen all of it, but I understand the writing because I've seen enough of Community to understand the kind of writing that goes behind an episode like that.
Yeah.
And obviously to touch on like real subjects of like today's day and age and implement that in a show like Community. It's the sort of show that can get away with those kind of things and have everybody understands the message it's trying to convey.
Exactly. But of course they all join together at the end, bloodied and brutalized from the fight.
Yep.
And they all get together at the end. Then you've got Arbed's Uncontrollable Christmas in season 2. This entire episode was in stop motion.
Oh, what?
Yes, the entire episode is in stop motion because Arbed is he's
imagining a Christmas.
Well, no, Arbed's got a lot of mental issues, and he's from the start of the episode they're in stop motion, and it's Arbed saying, "This is what I'm seeing." And the whole episode, you see them in stop motion. And that,
is it like claymation animation?
Yes, claymation. Yes,
that's so cool.
Exactly. And the entire episode, huge budget for this.
Did I say I like claymation? Yes.
Yes. And the entire episode is in it. And basically, Arbed's having a fantasy that they need to save Christmas.
Right.
And in order to save Christmas, they need to, get him out of this stop motion world and that.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just a perfect Christmas story about them saving Christmas, coming together as a family, basically.
Yeah.
And then the best part of the whole episode is right at the end when they're all happy sitting down, like still stop motion, on the couch, and they're all watching whatever movie it is that they're going to watch, and you see in the reflection of the TV them as themselves.
That's cool.
I know. It's a gorgeous story. And then season 3 is probably my actual favorite regional holiday music. This one's like a musical as well, and they all have different forms of singing because they get suckered into the Glee Club.
Okay.
Oh, because the Glee Club fucking had a nervous breakdown, and they all got put in a mental asylum. So the Glee Club guy gets Arbed to recruit the entire study group to be the new Glee Club, and it's like infectious and stuff.
Do community colleges have Glee clubs?
Well, Greendale did.
That one does,
Yeah, and seriously, I can sing you all of the songs, man. I fucking love this one top to bottom.
Off you go.
All right, well, you've got the Chevy Chase one where they're like, Santa Claus was born in 1945, you had a boogie woogie. Yeah, so I'm serious. I can do it. Okay?
I'm waiting.
No, I'm serious. Actually, I'll dress up and
don't call me Shirley.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Leslie. No, if this video gets 50,000 likes,
oh fuck off. No, 5 likes.
No, because no, you don't know what I'm gonna say.
I don't care. 5 likes and he'll do something.
No. 5,000 likes. If this video gets 5,000 likes, I will reenact and sing and dance to all of these perfectly choreographed.
I'm happy to do that against the green screen, dude.
Exactly. That's what I mean. We could actually do it.
Yeah.
But, 5,000 likes. But either way, okay, just to recap, Seinfeld season 9 episode...
I'm going to cut this section and put it on Instagram and Twitter and everywhere I can to try and get those likes.
No.
Yes.
Seinfeld season 9 episode 10, The Strike. Third Rock from the Sun season 2 episode 12, Jolly Old Saint Dick. Scrubs season 1 episode 11, My Own Personal Jesus. The Office season 3 episode 10, A Benihana Christmas. And Community season 1 episode 12, Comparative Religion season 2 episode 11, Arbed's Uncontrollable Christmas. And season 3 episode 10, Regional Holiday Music.
What a cracker episode that was. And that was
terrible.
TCTP, YouTube only.
Yes.
Thank you very much for watching.
That's right.
And also don't forget we have 2 podcasts every week, every Wednesday and Friday, featured on...
Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
Big Summer Blowout. Now, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at 2C3Pod. We currently have a competition running on Facebook only up until the 22nd of December.
Sunday, 6 p.m., okay? So make sure that you get in there quick. They're free gift cards. Why the fuck not? All the instructions are on the page.
Yeah. Now, we've got a tiny bit of merch. Head over to tpublic.com, get yourself a t-shirt, a mug, a sticker, and a magnet. Support the show in a way that gets you something in return instead of paying into a Patreon. It gives you nothing.
Exactly. To that. Two's Company, Three's a Podcast at gmail.com if you have any business inquiries.
Absolutely. Now, I've already said that we have 2 podcasts every week, so you can say the next bit.
Well, we have 4 YouTube videos every week, so make sure you subscribe and ring that bell. Also, you're watching one. Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we're Two's Company.
You are Dylan, and I am Mitchell, and we are Two's Company, and you are the pod... Wow, you did it.
I did it this time.
You did it. All right, let's do that again. We are Two's Company, and you are the podcast. Tuning into that video by Two's Company, Three's a Podcast. Don't be sad, though. There's plenty more where that came from. Another cheeky video right there. Maybe even hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Or, if you don't like our faces, check us out on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube.